Hi YouTube, it's Joe here from South East London. I'm a part-time eBay reseller, buy and sell second-hand goods from Carboot sales, from charity shops with the intention of selling them on. Normally on eBay, a few bits on Amazon, but generally stick to eBay as that's what I sort of know and that sort of seems to fit the things that I'm picking up. Went to a couple of boot sales, went to one on Saturday by myself and did reasonably well. It wasn't particularly big, but did quite well. Got quite a few bits, gaming related bits, which was quite cool. And then went out to a bigger one this morning. Sunday morning, I went with my wife. We stuck together for a few aisles and stuff like that and looked at a few bits, but I was just struggling. She was sort of looking for all those 50p women's clothing rails, which I just do my head in. So I was just, after a while, I just sort of left her to sort of look at what she was looking at, and I tried to get sort of a bit more involved in where new stuff was coming in and cars being opened. But to be honest with you, by that stage, I think a lot of stuff had been there for a while. So yeah, I did all right. Not amazingly well, but pretty good. I'll go through what I got and what I hope to sort of sell it on for. I'm starting down here in this corner, so I just got to get my little kneeler out. I'm getting really old, look at that, you know. So this was a few gaming bits. PlayStation 1 games were sort of £1. Did well with Sly Raccoon 2 and 3. These are worth looking out for if you ever see Sly 1, 2 and 3. They're sort of similar sort of prices, maybe slightly better than things like on the PS2, like your Crash Bandicoots and your Spyros. Slightly probably better, because if you've got 1, 2 and 3 of these in good condition, they fetch about 30 quid for the 3. I've seen them go for more than that even, but yeah, Sly Raccoon worth keeping an eye out for. Ico, this is the sort of limited edition in the slipcase. Nice version of that as well. That does about 10 quid plus. A few nice DS games. I got these 3 for paid up on those actually. I paid 8 quid for those 3, but sort of Pokemon White's still sort of doing around 10 to 15 quid. These 2 I'll try and do as a bundle, maybe get a tenner for them. This was a Phantom Hourglass in there, does sort of about 10 quid. That was a couple of quid off somebody. And then Curious Village, I picked that up today for £1. I tend to sort of try and do those Professor Laytons as a bit of a bundle. They do reasonably well, so yeah, that was quite nice. A few reasonable Wii games. I think I paid 5 quid for the 3 of those. They were 2 quid each, but they knocked a bit off on them, so not great but not bad. And then yeah, just sort of more of the same here really, just a couple of sort of like a £1 a game sort of thing. I shouldn't have bothered with this Garfield, but a guy, I can't remember what he did. I don't know if he chucked it in or something like that, but yeah, not a great game, but yeah, a few reasonable games. Again, these were 50p, these 2. I wouldn't probably pay £1.50 for these, but a little kids bundle, and they're in really good condition. Sims 3, the base game, that's got £2.50 on there. They put that for a couple of quid. That's still doing about 12 to 15, so not bad there. Down here, I was quite pleased with this. I saw a guy had a sort of Lego Dimensions little sort of in a bag, and I asked him how much he wanted it, and he wanted 5 quid for it. And I looked in there and I saw a couple of these figures who I recognised, not Wonder Woman, but these guys who were from the base, the original game and stuff like that. So I thought, you know what, for 5 quid it was bound to be a bargain. I mean, I don't really know much about Lego Dimensions, but I think I know there's money in it. Yeah, so I've not really sold much of it in the past, so yeah, that should do pretty well. Probably about 35 to 40 quid's worth probably there with those 2 extra bits, but yeah, pretty pleased with that. Sony Walkmans, just a couple of cassette Walkmans, a couple of quid each. Guy had a few. He wanted more for he wanted sort of £1 for some of the sort of Matsui and the sort of non-named ones, but the Sony ones wanted a couple of quid each, but that was fine. And I've just got to clean those up, but they'd sort of go for 10 to 15 quid. Pretty much any Sony Walkman is going to go for around that, and then you occasionally luck out and find some which are worth much more than that. But yeah, I was pretty pleased with those. Over here, I've got loads of jeans, having not bought jeans from the boot sale in what seems like absolute ages. This last couple of days, they were everywhere. Got a nice pair of diesel Larkey relaxed 32 waist jeans. They were 2 quid. Pair of Carhartt jeans, they were 5 quid. They were out of the charity shop. I've got one other charity shop thing I think down here, but those charity shop. And then all these jeans like 501s, 506s, 501s, I think these are 506s and 1s, you know, all sort of 34, 32, that sort of waist, you know, so decent. A few of them have got, again, little bits here on the hems, but you can just cut that off really easily. It's always worth checking the crotch. The crotch, obviously, you can't really do much with. That's got wear, or it's got little holes or little starting to go. That you've got to be a bit more mindful of, and I tend not to buy those ones. But little bits like that, not a problem. You can sort that out. Really nice Fred Perry polo shirt, 2 quid on this. It's not a slim fit one, it's just a sort of regular one, but yeah, nice condition. They go for about 15 to 20 quid depending on when you sell them, and yeah, if you get lucky. This Batman, it's Batman and Robin, but it's like the deluxe Robin costume. That was 2 quid. I tend to buy these sort of adult ones, the quality ones, or if they're the sort of the official branded ones. So yeah, that was quite nice. So I should do alright with that. couple of squash rackets for a couple of quid each. Not particularly good ones again, but you know, I think I said in my last video, you're always going to get about a tenner for sort of like a Wilson one or a Head one, Prince one, stuff like that. So that's the minimum you're going to get, and then occasionally you get slightly better ones. So yeah, pretty pleased with that. Quite a few pairs of trainers, a lot of the usual suspects again, sort of the white and black Converse, the monochrome ones, the completely black ones, and then you sort of your standard white ones, various sizes here, all paying about sort of like 2-3 quid for these, not much more than that. Nice pair of, that's a double tongue pair of brown ones, perhaps shouldn't have bothered with those, but I think they're only a quid. Yeah, and then some quite decent Air Force ones. There's a pair of nice sort of size 9 ones in there, the white ones, they were 3 quid. The high tops at the back, they were 5. And then these ones which are boxed, the black ones, they were 4. They've got a little bit of wear. Well, not wear, it's just sort of they're a bit dirty, so they just need a bit of cleaning, so that should be fine. Picked up this plush. I don't know why I bothered with this. I think it's because I had this before. It's Larkey from Park Resorts, and I did have it before, and I seem to think, oh, that was good, but I think it's terrible. So I don't even, I think I might have had it before and then chucked it out, so I don't know why I bothered with that. So that was a bit of a fail, but I'll try and list it and see how I got on with it. The same with this. This was only a quid. It's some Mr. Potato Head. It's like jungle stuff. There's like a monkey and an elephant in there, and it's a bit grubby. I didn't really check it properly, but for a quid, you know, I'd sold some Mr. Potato Head in a week, so I think I was pretty that way inclined to just buy some more. But yeah, I should do all right with it. Maybe just keep hold of it and bundle it up, and like I did last time, get a big bundle of them. Picked up this Sooty and Sweep. Sweep's got a yeah, Sweep's got a little squeak in him. I think there's some which are worth a bit of money, but these two aren't really, I don't think anyway. But they were 4 quid for the pair, maybe get about 10, 12 quid, so that was a bit of a fail as well. But yeah, not the end of the world. At the back here, there's some Thomas stuff, some wooden Thomas, and then some Golden Bear plastic trains in there. It was only like 3 quid, and there's plenty of track, and there's a couple of the trains in there which you get the money back on it, but it's not a huge buy, maybe about 15 quid. Probably, I don't know if I should have bothered with that, but either way I bought it, so I've got to deal with it. At the back here, I mentioned this in the week, I got this Lego Eldorado Fortress 6276 for 9 quid, box with instructions. The box obviously got a bit of tape damage on the sides, you can see, but yeah, complete instructions, cellophane panels in the sort of the lift up flap. Sorry, I say it's complete, it was missing about 6 or 7 bits, but they were really minor parts, and I had them all in like another box of Lego, so really pleased with that. Going pretty high end on that, going for 170 quid. But, you know, there's not many listed with the box and the instructions complete like that, so just have to see how I get on with it. I think it's got about 10 watches, so probably go for around the 150, 160 mark if it doesn't sell this time round. A couple of nice games. Guy who I buy lots of stuff off, he basically said to me, Joe, just take these 2 games, Joe. This Dixit and this, well, if you can pronounce it, I'm not very good, my German's not great, Volder Schnabschmiel, but I don't know. No, what does that say, Volder? It basically says Shadows in the Woods, is the translation of it, and I think you've got to move your characters around, you sort of push this candle around, I don't know if you've got to remain hidden or something like that, I don't know. But both these games were complete, and I say he tried to give them to me for free, but I ended up sort of giving them a 50p each for them, so that was really nice. They're sort of 20 to 20 sort of £20 games really, so that was quite nice. Moving along, a few more games. I've got Uno Extreme. I haven't forgot to look this up. I've had it in the past and done well with it, but it might not be quite so valuable. Articulate was like 150, and I've sold that loads of times. That's just a repeat listing, so that's why I buy that. Yeah, just relist an old one really, and it's so, yeah, so easy. So there might not be, it might only be sort of like 4 or 5 quid profit in it by the time it's been posted out. I can't really remember what they're going for, but it's just an easy repeat. This Scrabble though, this Nostalgia Edition Scrabble is worth looking out for. It's sort of wooden tiles in a nice wooden box. Nothing particularly special, it's just a standard Scrabble game really, but yeah, it seems to do sort of £20 plus, so yeah, that was a quid, so quite happy with that. This Owl Micro Plus, I've had that before. It's something for sort of checking your energy usage, things like that. Some of the British Gas things, these sort of things. There can be some quite reasonable money in them. Again, I picked that up for 3 quid. I've had it before. I can't remember what I sold the last ones for. Maybe 30 quid. I think they were new and sealed though. Maybe more. I can't really remember. A couple of G-Con 2 guns. It's got both the it's got the leads, and then it's got the sort of the link cable for the 2 of them. That's for things like Time Crisis and stuff like that. I tend to do quite well selling those. So they were 3 quid for the pair, so that was nice. These PS1 games, sadly nothing exciting at all there. And the only reason I bought them, the guy said they were 20p each. He goes, how much are they? 20p each? He goes, yeah, 20p each, or you can have 4 for £1. Classic. Carboot seller joke there, but no. But so I found 4 that I wanted, 4 of the cases which were pretty decent. That's all really I wanted them for. I gave him a quid anyway, so he sort of his little joke won me over. So yeah, just to replace actual decent games and put them, yeah, swap them over. So yeah, if you see the cases for 20p, 30p, 40p, stuff like that, I tend to buy them regardless of what the game is, just because it's really handy to make your premium games look that much better with a nice sort of fresh, clean case. So yeah, that's why I went for those. iPod was a nice find, 30 gig iPod. And that was £5, and they do about 45 to 50 quid. So yeah, pretty pleased with that. I've just got a guy promised me that it worked, and it wasn't a trade or anything like that. It was a genuine guy, so I'll have to charge it up and have a go. But I should imagine it does. Somebody had quite a bit of Nerf stuff. I tend to not do too much Nerf stuff. I don't mind it, and I know there can be good money in it. And I've done a couple of bundles this last couple of weeks, but they were £2 each for all their guns, and this one seems to do, I knew does quite well, this Rapid Strike CS18, I think it is. That does about 20 quid you can get for that one. That was only £2. For this one, if ever you get it, you unscrew the you unscrew it here to get the batteries out and to check the pack. If you're buying Nerf, just if you're not sure how it works or how to use it and stuff like that, there's people who dedicate their lives to it and channels and stuff like that. So just go and sort of put the model number you've got in and ask for like a tutorial or a guide on YouTube, and you get loads of information about it. So yeah, that's quite a little tip to do. A couple of Wii remotes, they were 2 for £5. Master System, bought this off a guy I buy quite a lot of stuff off of. It had these 2 controllers at the back there as well in it. That was a tenner for the lot. I wouldn't have ordinarily bought it. One of the controllers is broken. I tend not to buy too many consoles if I can help it. I like the games, but the console's just big and bulky and hassle. But you know, you can get about 30 quid for a sort of decent Master System 2 in nice condition. That's what they sort of top end tend to go for. So I thought for a tenner, that's not too bad. And then yeah, so I had a couple of controllers with it, a couple of joysticks, but they're for other things like an IBM one, and I think that's an Amiga one there. Yeah, so yeah, I'll just whatever I get for those is a bonus really. This was a nice find. I've never had this. I once turned this down in a charity shop. They wanted 15 quid for it in the charity shop, and this is going back about 3 years. And I didn't have my phone with me, so I couldn't check it. And I knew like the other Harry Potter scenes weren't really worth much, but this one with the complete cinematic, complete 8 movies, the complete cinematic journey one. It's in a square box, not a sort of rectangle box like the rest. It's worth picking up, and around Christmas I think people tend to get up to sort of like 40, 50 quid for it, maybe more on Amazon. I know new you can get huge amounts for it. So yeah, do keep your eyes out for that one. And about there, a nice set of 1 to 11 sort of graphic novel sort of Pokemons, the Pearl edition ones. That was a guy wanted 15 quid. I walked back around, came back and paid a tenner for them. Probably get about 25 to 30 quid for that. It's not huge money, but quite nice. Bought a load of this Voltarol Paynees stuff. I wanted £3 a pack for it, and I looked online. It sort of was doing, people are doing pack sets of 4 for sort of 25 quid. So I can easily double my money. I paid 30 quid for it, and yeah, I should get sort of 60 to 70 back if I do it as a bundle of 10. I might do them individually. I'll have to see what works out sort of financially the best way of doing it. Then at the back there, a load of ink, 5 of those Brother 129 XL black inks, and they had to pay up on those, paid 8 quid each on those, but they're about 15 quid. So yeah, all in all, I think that's everything. Quite a busy sort of weekend with lots to be getting on with. A couple of things obviously that like little fails and stuff like that, like this Larkey and this potentially this Mr. Potato Heads, and even the sort of some of the stuff up here is going to need a bit of attention or a bit of work to sort of sell. And I'm getting to the stage now where if I do buy something for a quid or 50p or a couple of quid or something, I get it home and it's really not worth your hassle, or it's just, you know, I'll just put it straight in the bin or put it in the charity shop to go back. It's just not worth the stress and aggravation of stuff like that. Just sort of move it on. If you're only going to make like 4 quid off it anyway, you know, you think, well, what's the point? But yeah, really pleased with some of the stuff today, especially the Lego, which I got from the charity shop. That was a real good find, and some nice bits and pieces. Nothing sort of you know, the Lego accepted, you know, there's nothing there really. It's going to be sort of 50 quid, 100 quid profit sort of per an item, but all sort of steady stuff which is going to do pretty well with. Sales have been pretty reasonable at the moment. It seems to be up and down. I think a lot of people have been saying this on eBay. You sort of get 7-8 sales on one day, and then it goes a bit quieter for another couple of days and then back again. But I've not had any no sale days for a long time, so that's quite positive. And yeah, just sort of ticking along, doing well. Anyway, I hope everyone's doing well. I hope your sales are good and you're listing and you're growing